Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be installing some mini twists with extensions added in. I'm going to be using the Y-Wix Kinky Curly Human Hair Extensions. And I'm also going to be using my favorite butter right now, which is the Camille Rose Almond J Twisting Butter. So let's jump right in. So I started off by taking down my plaits, which I had put in after washing and deep conditioning my hair. I told you that this year, if you've been watching my videos, you know that this year is my growth year. I want to focus on growth, and one of the ways I'm doing that is by minimizing heat. No, it's by reducing heat. So I'm trying not to blow dry my hair all the time to stretch it. Instead, I'm going to use these plaits. I have about 14 of them, and I think it really stretches my hair well enough, you know. And I'm doing my usual knotless method. So start with a braid, start by braiding your own hair and then add the extensions. And I'm adding very little of the extensions because I was trying to, make it look as natural as possible, which at some point I realized kinky curly extensions don't kind of match type 4 hair that closely, especially with regards to the ends of the kinky curly extensions. They're very thin, so it kind of makes the when you're done with the twist, it looks very thin at the end and kind of, I don't know, just it looks kind of I don't want to say unnatural. Yeah, I mean, it's unnatural because like if your natural hair had ends that thin, then you would probably say that you have a problem. There's a problem somewhere, you need a trim or something. So that was my only gripe with the hair. It didn't, it wasn't as full towards the end as I wanted. And also maybe that's because I was adding very little of the human hair extensions to my parts, and my parts were also slightly bigger than the mini twists that I installed. I think that's like 2 videos ago with using the actual kinky extensions. So human hair is a little bit different. It's gonna definitely be it's not gonna be as what's the word, like, how it's not gonna be as big. Let me put it. I feel like it's not gonna be as big as kinky hair, right? So I'm finding out now that there's actually another type of human hair extension, which is a kinky, not kinky curly, just plain kinky, which would kind of give me the look that I was originally going for. But this still was okay. I mean, it still looks very natural. Like, I added just a little bit of it, and then more of my hair than the human hair, which is really what I wanted, right? I want the extensions to kind of supplement, not be like the main thing going on here. All right, so like I said, my parts were a little bit bigger because I realized when I was taking down my previous mini twists that I had installed with kinky hair that it was so difficult to take them down. I had a lot of knots. I had to cut cut off my hair in a lot of places, which is kind of, to me, was kind of defeating the whole purpose of doing mini twists. I'm trying to use mini twists to grow my hair, not lose my hair, right? So I decided I'm going to do bigger parts. Here at the front, for example, I think I have just about 12 twists, which with the previous hairstyle I probably had like 20 going on. So these ones were definitely bigger, and I think it still works. And then I was learning as I went along. I realized that there was a way to kind of stretch the hair so that it made it appear longer. You notice that the ones that I did on the other side, they're much shorter. When I went to the other side, I realized that I could stretch them a little bit more by kind of interlacing them. Yeah, so I mean, it was definitely a learning process. Yeah, but I mean, I was pleased with the way it was going. And when I finished this side, I was like, okay, I'll just go back to the other side and then redo some of the ones that kind of on the top that are really visible, right? That's what I did, so that they will kind of be even length. Yeah. So here you definitely notice that one side is kind of longer, the length is longer than the other side. So it's something that I had to kind of redo when I was done, but it was quick. Just take them down and then interlace the extensions to make them a little bit longer, and then I was able to get the same length. So after redoing the ones on my left side, I went to the back. The hair is so soft. One thing that I really loved about it, so soft and just, oh man, such a pleasure to work with. No tangling, no shedding. So at least that's one thing, that works for the hair. I remember when I was working with the kinky twists, they could be really hard and kind of very unyielding. No matter how much you apply oils and creams on it, it's just like very unyielding. The human hair is so different. It's kind of like working with, of course, it's human hair. So, I mean, such a pleasure to work with, I'll tell you that. So when I went to the back section, I didn't do that stretching of the extensions because I didn't want the hair at the back to be too long compared to the front. So yeah, I mean, it still kind of went all the length because my hair at the back tends to be longer than the one in the front. I don't know if it's the shape of my head, but like there's always like a very noticeable difference. Like the one in the back is much, the length is really there, and then the one but I guess that's how it's supposed to be, right? The hair at the back, looks longer than the one at the front because, the shape of the head and all that. And then for some people, because of maybe the head is much longer, I guess it's even more obvious. Yeah, so you see how big my parts are, right? That also kind of contributed to making the hair not appear as full as I initially wanted. But to me, it was like a trade-off. Like, do you want full or do you want something that's going to be very difficult to take down? It's a trade-off. But it was still okay. Still beautiful, right? Look at this. It still looks like someone would, just very maybe could be type 4 hair, but maybe not as tightly coiled. This could be someone with that kind of hair that's not so thick, right? So definitely would I do this again? Absolutely. I still have some of the hair left over. I bought 22 inches. I bought 2 packs of 22 inches. I only use half. I only use half of 1 pack, so I still have a lot that I can use, and I'm hoping that I can reuse this hair because what's the whole point of using human hair if you cannot reuse it? Especially now that they're telling us that synthetic hair is, bad for us. And it's like, okay, human hair is so expensive. I'm not going to buy it one time for, I don't know, 100 and whatever dollars that I bought this one and then just use it one time and then discard it, right? So yeah, we'll definitely have to see how easy it will be to reuse this hair. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. When I look at those thin ends, I don't know how I'm going to manage it because the part of me feels like when I'm taking them down, I want to cut those thin ends to make it easy for me to take them down. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. So I think I took about 3 hours to install this style. This was by far like the shortest time I've ever spent installing any protective style. Man, it was awesome. I felt really good, and I'm all for not spending unnecessarily long hours doing your hair because I feel like that's what makes people get kind of fed up with it. Yeah, and that was the final look. Definitely not as full as the one with the kinky twists, kinky extensions, but very natural looking. I loved it. And I kind of just trimmed a little bit of the hair at the end, not too much because of course we want to reuse this hair, right? And then I applied some mousse, and that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and see you next time. I'm just gonna share with you how I kind of styled the hair, because I feel like it wasn't as full as I wanted it. I rarely wear it down. I kind of just always put it in like a low bun or a high bun, or yeah, most of the time. So yeah, all right, see you next time, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.